Okay, so this morning, I don't like too much again, but there are a lot of things that I am watching. So, start with Tesla. Tesla has been moving a lot. So I'm looking at this 2-day view up at 260 area to see how it's going to react. At this level, I would look for a long if it starts to show that it's going to bounce off of that level. CVNA, just sort of have it up. I want to see RVOL and maybe look for an opening range break. Second chance on it. AMD had some breaking news a few minutes ago, and so it's moving on acquisition news. Baidu, just sort of a strong China name, had a pretty good move yesterday. So also looking for an opening range break on that. And then Qs are at 500. So I would like to see Qs. Like to see Qs kind of show that it can push through, hold 500, and then maybe go higher. But it's doing a pullback right now, which is fine. So AMD is pushing higher. A little bit less than 2 RVOL right now. AMD failed miserably. Had a pretty decent back through open. That's crazy. Yeah, I had a pretty decent back through open though. Kind of came down right back through open and made an attempt to take out highs. Baidu looks relatively strong. Qs are failing right now. And let me go. CVNA is over 2 RVOL. Baidu. Tesla is only at 1.2 RVOL. Nvda. Oh, but Baidu looks pretty strong, and now it's puking. Can I have TSM here? I'm also watching TSM. Baidu is back. It's $100. So here's a 5-minute opening range break. Volume is kind of stagnating though, so I really like that. Like if I was long, I would probably be getting out of that push. Q's making a double bottom. Tesla. Jeff went short TSM. Interesting. I bet he caught this move. Yeah, I do like this. Basically, you have trend, breaks prior bar lows, stop above the VWAP. Yeah, so Tesla is making a big move. AMD is interesting here. So it's 1.6 arval. It has it has 1.6 arval, but it has breaking news as well. Pulled back a lot, but you can see it is starting to like base out. I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna talk myself out of it. I like a little bit cleaner. This is just chopping around. It's too big of moves. Like this is the whole move, so I don't like it. All right, the Qs are rebidding here. I'm watching Qs. Obviously, this 500 level is a big level. It just touched it yesterday and then failed. So odds are it's gonna make another attempt. It came close in the pre-market, but then failed a few cents shy. Oh wow, Tesla. It's very interesting. It popped into Hive Day. I'm gonna take this short. Small risk here. This is just an aggressive pop into Hive Day off of this 265 level on highest volume where it immediately fails from. And Jeff got flat, TSM. Interesting. Baidu is still struggling. AMD is pushing. And Qs are pushing as well. Yeah, so I think this was a pretty good entry. I was thinking about it on that rebid to go to 500, but it's just not in my playbook, so. So Jeff just went short Tesla. A nice flush here, but didn't really get the volume that I would expect. I would actually love to add on breaks like this, but this is a discretionary momentum add, which I'm currently not doing, but I do think it's entirely valid. You have like a setup like this where it rebids, tries to push higher, and just flushes. So interesting that volume came back on the rebid. Don't really like to see that. There you go. Market is still pushing. Interesting. Arval's only 6.6. Interesting. Justin just went long Tesla. And Justin got out of his position. So Q's aggressively went into 500 and then immediately gave it back. Makes sense. Okay, so I probably will take half into this move. I'm not sure. Yeah, I should just take a quarter. So Q's rejected pretty hard from 500. So I think that this could set up like an opening range break. 1.4 Arval. It rejected 500, back above 500. So it's almost 10 o'clock, and it's holding below VWAP. Looking like it might set up like this opening range break. Thing is, it is chopping around like quite a bit. And could always make higher lows like that. So we'll see. Q's rejected 500 again. And on the 15-minute chart, it just looks, kind of gross. Did go lower and then immediately rebid. Market is still selling. AMD is actually back at highs. Just being patient with this, still watching it. Still 10 o'clock. It is, making some aggressive rebids off of these higher lows. But I think on the 5-minute, really gross. 15-minute. Really gross. Doing 1.4 RVOL. And there is a pretty big flush. Justin just went short Tesla. Jeff just went flat Tesla. Probably should have exited. I think I didn't exit a partial because Justin went short. So that was my bad. See if we get another leg and I will take into that. And to get pretty significant volume into that push. So let's see if we can get one more good flush. Oh my god. I tried to take half. I didn't get it. I took half up there, down there. And Justin got flat. It's very interesting. Into this 260 level. I'll take another half and then I'll just like let the quarter sort of ride, switch to 2-minute. I feel like I didn't manage this one very well. Um, wow. I'll just exit there. It's being crazy. Got a 2-bar break. We do have a second chance. It's also being set up. So breaks of this one, and I can re-enter. So I'll say that this is the sort of opening range price, breaks from, and then so my entry level is going to be 260.05. So it's the retest candle low. You can see that there's a really big volume sell-off and then lower volume buyback. Probably just shorts covering. And so I would really like to see an increase in volume, tape speed up as it like starts selling again. All right, so we are getting selling and see, we're getting a little bit more volume. Would have liked more volume. So 2-minute looks pretty nasty. And we are at 259.24. Check what the market's doing real quick. It is now holding 500. Interesting. This would have been a good entry. This is not looking good for me. Trend is still holding up. Coming right into the 9 EMAs here. Actually, higher volume on this rebid. Looks like a hitchhiker above 25. There we go. And I expect to be stopped out here. Oh, we did get volume pop. And then we have Qs. They're still holding 500. Wow. Wow. It actually did reach my price. This is why I don't take these breakout trades though, because they so often like fail first and chop around. But volume came in. Looking to stop out at 77. Wow. Oh, the market's dumping so hard. So that was a bad trade for me. The only reason I took it is because Justin took it, and it had big volume, but it's kind of outside of my playbook. I think I'm going to take this. Basically, failed 500. It's dumped really hard, consolidating a PWAP and then crashing through. Yeah, I think I'm immediately wanting to flip position, now chase this one, and then if I'm wrong again, I'm gonna get even more frustrated. I feel a little frustrated at myself for taking this opening range break. It's not in my playbook. You know, it's on Nvda, which is historically choppy. I also missed this second chance, which is in my playbook because I was messing around with Tesla. So, yeah, I'm just gonna call it a day. So, I'll just do my review real quick, and yeah, so it started with Tesla here. We had the highest volume, second highest volume candle of the day. Pushed up, failed right into yesterday's high of day. Got like a 2-bar break, so shorted this move, and I held it down all the way down to low of day, where I started getting out of this trade at. And then I waited for a second chance here, so this was the opening range break. Shorted the prior bar breaks here. It was able to hold and put in a double bottom, and it took a full stop on that trade. Next thing is I traded Nvda, which is not in my playbook, but we did get second highest volume candle of the day on an opening reach break where Qs are above 500. Justin also took this one, but failed. Opening range breaks are not part of my playbook right now. Just the second chances. So not really happy about this trade. I feel like it wasn't, a bad trade necessarily, but it's just not really in my playbook, and I shouldn't be taking them. I know that. And then the last one I took was just sort of a higher time frame trade. I'm like, okay, well, tried to push several times above 500. It's failing from it, and so then we're going below to go maybe low day or something. Instead, it just rebids, and it's only 0.7 RML, but this is a higher time frame move. And yeah, just again, it's not really in my playbook. Not a bad trade necessarily. Higher time frame trade, but I think it should just stick to my playbook trades, which would have been the second chance here after it breaks out, does the second chance rebid, and then I can get long here. So overall, I would give myself, I don't know, like a B minus. Best trade was this Tesla trade by far. I do also really like the second chance re-entry. So not a bad day. The other two trades weren't bad trades. They just weren't in my playbook. How selective was I today? I think I was decently selective. Maybe a B minus or a C as well.